Good versus evil. First things first, what is good and evil? Well, that depends. The idea in good and evil has changed over time. Many medieval Christian theologians both broaden and narrow the basic concept of good and evil. People were considered to have a religious obligation according to the divine law. Actions regarding any issue were often done in order to earn praise or punishment from the religious authority. Praise Beyoncé, she's a divine power. Things such as drinking and sexual pleasures were seen as sinful and evil. Now good and evil are based on other things. Check out this example of a good person. Wow, so good. Good is considered to mean a lack of self-centeredness, having the ability to empathize with other people, to feel compassion for others, and put others before oneself. Good is being able to sacrifice your own well-being for the sake of others. It's about being able to look past superficial differences such as race, gender, and nationality. Evil is considered to mean the conscious and deliberate wrongdoing. It is being unable to empathize with others, the humiliation of other people designed to hurt one's psychological needs and dignities. Check out this example of an evil person. They put themselves above others and can't see or understand other perspectives. They cause deliberate harm and don't know their rights. Is good and evil contagious?
Throughout our lives, we've probably all heard the saying, one bad apple spoils the bunch. When you put one rotten apple with a bunch of good ones, the rottenness spreads very quickly. The same can go with people. The environment or the people with whom you surround yourself can affect your ethics and your morals. An example of evil being contagious is peer pressure. Wrapping yourself around people whose morals are skewed can sometimes affect your own, from doing illegal drugs or bothering peers to even taking someone's life.
Can good people turn evil? In the Milgram experiment, the obedience to authority figures was tested as a series of social psychology experiments was conducted by Yale University psychologist Stanley Milgram. They measured the willingness of study participants to obey an authority figure who instructed them to perform acts conflicting with their personal conscience. 65% of the participants administered the experiment's final massive 450-volt shock despite hearing cries from the victims. In another experiment at Stanford University, conducted by Philip Zimbardo, he randomly assigned students to play the roles of prisoners or prison guards. The participants adapted to their roles well beyond his expectations, as the guards enforced measures and ultimately subjected some of the prisoners to psychological torture. The experiment itself even infected Zimbardo, who in his role as a superintendent permitted the abuse to continue. In a modern television show, Breaking Bad tells the story of Walter White, a struggling high school chemistry teacher who was diagnosed with inoperable lung cancer. Together with his former student, he turned to a life of crime, producing and selling crystallized meth to secure his family's financial future before he dies.
The complete opposite can also happen. Evil people can turn good. Before he became a lawyer and prolific supporter of prison rights, Daniel Manville spent 3 years and 4 months in the slammer for manslaughter. Manville continued to study while incarcerated and eventually earned 2 college degrees during his sentence. He fell in love with the legal profession and went to law school right after his parole. He finally passed the bar exams in Michigan and Washington, D.C. after waiting many years to be approved by the respective boards. Afterwards, Manville worked tirelessly to improve the prison system and represented various inmates and prison guards in civil cases. Nowadays, Manville teaches law at Michigan State University, where he hopes the insight he shares with students inspires them to someday help improve the systems as well. In a modern movie, Despicable Me, evil supervillain Gru hatches a plan to steal the moon. His plans are stopped when 3 adorable orphans turn him into a good father.
When talking about good versus evil, we also consider the topics of nature versus nurture. Nature, considering that one comes out evil from the womb, or the possibility of evil being in one's genes. Or nature, the belief that becoming evil is made by just one traumatic childhood experience or years of early child abuse that ultimately lead to a life of crime. It is difficult to assess whether a criminal streak is biological or something that is learned through our social interactions.
Now we ask, can something make you turn evil? Oftentimes, love has the ability to turn someone evil. It is known mothers will do anything to protect their babies. Oftentimes, when babies are put in dangerous situations, mothers will turn to evil and get violent to protect their babies. The theme of good versus evil is very prevalent in the novel Beowulf. Grendel, one of the main antagonists, is a clear representation of evil and darkness. Whenever Grendel appears in the novel, he is either attacking at night or terrorizing people, solidifying him as the villain. Grendel kills innocent people for no reason other than for killing, clearly declaring him to be an evil creature. Beowulf is the hero in this novel who ultimately destroys the evil character Grendel. Beowulf is also seen as mighty and stronger than all others. We recognize him as a great man, instantly characterizing him as the good. In the main battle between Grendel and Beowulf, Grendel was defeated, which lets us see that good will triumph over evil.